What's happening? How are you, sir?
Out here.
Good to see you, Jonas.
Yes, sir. How you been?
Here he is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Open your hand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, old son, if you're watching this video, then these new styles just dropped on dalebrisby.com. Check it out. We got new shirts, new caps, new hoodies. It's the fall drop. 23 new cap styles. A lot of people would drag this out and do like 3 or 4 new now. Not me. I'm dropping them all at the same time. 23 caps, 3 or 4, 5 shirts, 2 hoodies. Get them now while they're hot because some of them are limited edition and they ain't coming back when they sell out, old son. Thanks for watching this episode of Rodeo Time and keep enjoying it. What do you call your shop here?
Black Smoke Garage.
Black Smoke Garage. We brought the first gen to the Black Smoke Garage. Dustin Battle Axe Jones hooked us up with Jonas.
Yes, sir.
What was your last name?
Jonas Burnett.
Jonas Burnett.
Yes, sir. Good
He said you got a long list. It's hard to get in here.
Yeah, we kind of worked you in. Typically 6 months to a year behind. You lucked out and we got you the spot open.
We got the spot. First gen, the Bulldog, the square nose, is going to get a makeover. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. You may not recognize this truck when we're done.
We got lots of room for improvement.
We got lots of room for improvement, believe me. It's going to go through a couple phases. You don't do body work, right?
No, we're not a body shop. We do all mechanical and fab work. We'll walk in shop here in a little bit and show you some of the stuff we got going on. We get all kinds of wild ones over here.
Even Dale Brisby's ride.
Even Dale
Check it out. Let's get them ramps, Kevin.
Yeah, baby. Woo! I thought it was about to come off this ramp.
I just don't know what it needs or what it doesn't need. So like I'm not looking to like necessarily win any awards, but I'd like
a nice driver.
Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like it to be a nice.
You're
driver.
not looking for a powder coated frame, but if you could clean it up and put some rattle can on it, it'd be nice.
Correct.
Okay.
And then you can do. So I want to put bigger tires on it.
Mm-hmm.
Not stupid big, but
some 35s or something.
yes, sir. So it would maybe need to be lifted for that.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little lift on
Yeah.
those, but man, it look nice. What are we doing with the bed?
Oh, I didn't know if this was your forte. So I've been contemplating whether or not I need to pull it off or not.
Newer looking bed would look real nice, but they get a little pricey.
You talking like one like mine?
Yes, something like that on these trucks looks really good. You know,
Good.
just an updated bed, man. Yeah, they look cool. That and a little lift in 35s, it would change the whole look of this thing. Even without the body work on it, it'd be like, oh, cool, look at that.
Yes,
you know. So come on in.
Dang.
That one's been to Niagara Falls, up Pikes Peak, all across the United States. I got over 40,000 miles on that building, and I built this one, every piece on it you see.
Dang. I bet it hums.
Oh yeah. But
I like that sound. You know you're shutting that door.
It's a real door.
It's a real door.
Dreamboat, won't you ride on my dreamboat? When the stars in the sky come out tonight, won't you come with me?
If your seat belt isn't horse flank, bucking horse flank, then you ain't no cowboy. If your seat belt isn't a bucking horse flank, you ain't no cowboy. That is perfect.
What are you doing?
Well, you know, this is Dale Brisby's truck. We gotta make sure everything's just right. We gotta see what we're working with. So, Dale, this one's for you. Well, Dale, I think we're getting closer here, so let me turn around and show you what we're working with. Yeah, front end was in need of a little work and cleanup, so we went and took it out, but we'll get that back in for you. Started stripping the motor down, rebuilding the injection pump, getting the frame cleaned up, getting it ready for paint. So, yeah, transmission transfer case were in pretty rough shape, so we went ahead and pulled that out. Get those out of here, they'll be cleaned up and painted, and You can see what we hadn't cleaned up. We've knocked out probably, I don't know, ton and a half of dirt off the front end so far. Step back a little bit, see the truck up in the air. Still got lots to do. Get to the rear end. I thought we were going to be okay, and then we got to dig in a little deeper, and the center differential is coming apart. All your spider gears are coming apart. So we're going to get that fixed up for you. But what we've done is pulled everything, and we're working on getting it all cleaned up for you. All this will be cleaned up, repainted, refurbished, repaired as needed. Transmission's going to get a full run through. Transfer case actually seemed to be in pretty good shape, but we're just going to dig in it a little bit more, make sure all bearings and seals and everything are good. But that's where we're at. More updates coming soon.
Jonas.
You ready to go? Look okay?
Yeah, you look fine. Oh,
All right.
What we got going on here?
Well, we got a little update on Dale's truck here. Dale, I know you made this. It was custom. We'll save it. It's special, but...
What is that?
Well, this was the throttle linkage, but we had baling wire holding it on. We upgraded a little bit and actually put back the proper linkage going on. It's not quite as good as Dale's washers he did here. I mean, that is a nice, pretty piece, but we think this might last a little longer and have a little better throttle control. Got your pump rebuilt. We got a nice billet timing cover or tappet cover going on to keep your oil sealed in, and still got a little more cleanup work to do down here. Be getting your power steering vacuum pump rebuilt. We'll walk around and put it up in there and show you what we got on the bottom side. Sean's been hard at work on it. I've been kind of busy getting the rear steer axle built in a buggy. We got him out of the shop, but Sean has been putting in lots of hours and made lots of progress on this. I got the front axle all pulled out, cleaned up, ran through it, had a few bad bearings. Not too terribly bad. What we've done to really help the truck out is get rid of the old push-pull steering and add crossover steering. Allows for a lot better angle on all your suspension geometry. The truck will drive better down the road, not so much wandering around. Also got a set of 4-inch lift springs going on. Going to have a little lift on it. We've done a 4-inch turbo back exhaust, get rid of the factory restriction on all the exhaust. We've come through with all new brake lines. Dale, when you tighten around this time, no change around the brake lines. We got that. Come on back, freshen the transmission up. You can see it under there, all cleaned up, painted. It had a few bad synchronizers, a couple bad bearings. It was pretty much on its way out. Transfer case wasn't in horrible shape. Got it cleaned up, fresh oil. Got all the cross members fixed up. Drive shaft's cleaned up, U-joint's good. We're just about to start the work on the rear. Today's major project is going to see if we can get the bed off this thing so we can get to everything. So that's where we're at so far, and stay tuned for more updates. Well, Dale, we're not done by any means, but we are getting closer and thought this might make your morning a little bit better here. She runs again. But the neatest part, she also stops with a key now.
We made it to Black Smoke Garage. It's right outside of Carthage. Came to check out the first gen, and we've had a little bit of time pass. He's been working, rebuilding everything, and it supposedly looks completely different. So let's check it out. Oh dear heavens. I love it. It is perfect. The tires, he went with Super Swamper boggers, love them. It's a faded blue color. He even changed the make of the vehicle. I'm in love. Let's go find the keys. How are you, sir?
Out here. Good.
Good to see you, Jonas.
Yes, sir. How you been?
Here he is.
Oh, yeah. Look a little different?
Looks a little different. Wow. This is beautiful.
Awesome. Kind of went through pretty much everything on it.
This is lifted.
Yeah.
This is
4-inch and
lifted.
35s. It got up pretty big.
Glad we went with the new bed.
Me too.
I got a Butler bed. James Guy over at Butler Beds helped me out, and we got our own little special custom design added to it. The ears on the headache rack, just like the old Bulldog had. It's like the little cut ears on a Bulldog.
It's the little things.
And this,
They make it.
yes. So,
Great people to deal with. They were super cool. Butler bed.
yeah.
Really good on it.
What kind of tires are these?
The Mickey Thompson.
Yeah, these are the Mickey Thompsons. So I knew that just by looking at him.
Yeah. Trying to keep the classic look, but yet change it a little, just a little subtleness to it. Sprayed her down in a garden hose and washed it out. Got the column back together, new ignition switch in it, air conditioning's working, new blower motor, just all kinds of stuff.
Oh, no more push button. It sounds so smooth.
It is. It is. The old motor's in good shape.
Come
Not
show
much
me.
blow by at all on it.
Show me everything you changed on it.
And had about 1.5 inches in the tank. It worked its way all the way to the injection pump, so we had to pull the pump off and clean it all out. Freshened it up when we were there. We added fuel pin and governor spring, give you a little more power in it. Rebuilt your vacuum pump, your power steering, pretty much everything on it was leaking and in pretty bad shape. Cleaned up a bunch of your wiring you had in here. Got a new steering system on it. It's a crossover steering, which will help out with the lift and the bigger tires and everything on it.
I was wondering if we were
brake
going to go with
master.
the crossover steering.
Yeah, I figured that was one
Yeah.
of your concerns,
Right.
one of your thoughts.
For sure.
New brake master cylinder, new brake lines. They were all pinched in there. Front end actually looked like somebody had been in it recently. So it wasn't horrible. Had some bearings on the outers that were bad. Rear end was terrible. So we went ahead and rebuilt the locker and freshened it up. Transmission was in pretty bad shape. We got it freshened up for you. Air conditioning actually just converted it to 134 and charged it. Seems to be working.
The AC has never given me any fits.
It had
believe
nothing
it or
in
not.
it. It was dead.
Really?
Yeah, the AC was completely dead on the truck.
Yeah. Yeah, it was completely dead.
But
lately.
charged it back up, and
Oops.
it's yeah. And I know, kind of sad, your rope's gone to hold your battery, but
Oh,
you got
yeah,
a real
I had that
battery
little-
tie down.
We got our custom battery containment strap that I made. I've not been contacted by Ford about coming out with a line of those.
And your throttle linkage, it's gone. I'm sorry, buddy.
The throttle
I know that was
linkage
custom.
was custom.
Yeah.
I did that in high school. But it was time.
It was.
It was time.
Yeah, it was about the custom wore out, so we went ahead and fixed it with some new stuff. Front bumper is no longer in the fenders. We got a new front bumper on it.
Solid,
Actually
too.
made for the truck.
Yes, sir.
Ford grill guard. It's got a little more curve to it. Makes it aerodynamic. Aero makes the wind go around it easier.
Solid too.
So truck was kind of had stories everywhere in it.
Yes, sir.
You could see where people had worked on it.
Dang, y'all painted underneath here too.
Yeah, we touched it up a little bit.
Makes me want to get back to like being the one that changes the oil
Yeah.
I used to do all the, change the oil, change the fuel filter and the air filter. That's the extent of what I knew how to do with this truck.
Looks like 2017 was about the end of the maintenance on it. According to stickers and registrations.
He's right.
Yeah.
So did you find anything under here that was like where it was rusted out?
No, actually the old truck was in good shape. It had a lot of surface rust, but once you cleaned all that out, rocker panels on the body are kind of bad, but the frame and everything itself is in pretty good shape on the truck.
And you know the best part? He's not charging me a dime. Whoa, whoa, whoa. he said, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you comping me on this. Means a lot. Hell yeah.
Means a lot.
Been a rough year.
Back glass or something, you know.
So this is phase one. Phase two will be, I'm gonna take the seat, take it to the body shop so they can paint it, fix the dents, and then I'm gonna take the seat out and send it to my friend that I just left, Carly McClumber. No, her last name is now Melanson. She does like upholstery and like redoes furniture.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get her to redo this front seat, but I wanna get the floor like recovered. And then
Your mud flaps are on the other side there. They're your floor mats on the other side.
Me and my old man used to, he would see a mud flap and we would pull over. He was like, there's some floor mats. This is a mud flap right here. I'd like to thank Butler Beds for the new floor mats.
My office will be full of soot. Ask me how I know.
Ask me how I know.
You want to take her for a ride?
Yeah. Even all the lights on the dash. Oh yeah. Oh dang! I get that AC blowing.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it should. It never felt like. I never felt like I had it up to its potential for a first gen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. That sounds like a. We are outlaw trucking. Dang, that sounds better than the Ford.
Yeah.
Donnie?
It's a Dodge.
Because it's a Dodge.
It's an old school Dodge.
It feels so powerful. Much more powerful. This is a completely new truck.
You like it?
I love it.
Awesome.
Man, freaking Battle Axe was Dustin Jones. We were sitting in Georgia and doing making some videos for Can-Am, and he said, I said, man, what should I do with that first gen? I said, because I don't feel like I'm using its potential, because it was just sitting, you know. Because I live out in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know anything about trucks, in case you guys haven't noticed this far into the video. And I don't have time to work on it, you know. So I was like, I should just sell it. And he said, absolutely not. And trucks are like horses. You can always sell them, but you can't always buy them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like if you're not, if
These
the
things
landlord,
here get more and more rare.
right, and if the landlord's not banging on your door and you can survive without selling it, and then he said, you need to act like you have $0 in it. And it was weird, he read my mind.
Yeah.
Because I had been stacking up the bills I had paid on it. You know, back in 2014, I did this on the front end, and then
you can't include all that.
if you include all that, you're like, dang, I better not spend another dime on this.
Yeah.
And he said, act like you're at $0 right now. And immediately, in that moment, I was like, sold. I said, you're absolutely right. And he said, I'm gonna call my man Jonas, Black Smoke Garage, over by Carthage, and we'll get you fixed up. And
This is what I like doing. I like bringing
we
these
are.
old trucks back to life. You know,
this one came back to life.
it's fun to me. Anybody can take a new one and plug a computer up to it and make it run again. But
Well, and
these things here, you got to actually think about them, see what's going on. There's so many stories in the truck. When start working on it. You know, you can tell where people have done different stuff through the years and tried this and tried that. You just kind of see all of it. Up here, you want to turn left.
Well, it takes somebody like you who's obviously passionate about it. You know what I mean? Because I could take it to a shop. Like I asked some guys at shops, I've tried this before, and they're just like, well, you know, maybe, yeah, bring it by. You could tell, like, they got all the work they can stand, and they don't want to work on your project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It takes somebody passionate about a project but.
Well, this has been a fun one, actually.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I feel like I'm back in high school.
And you can't get this, that's what I was just fixing to say, you can't get this out of a new truck. It just, when you get in these old ones, man, it brings back old memories and everything's just kind of old school and it relaxes you, it really does.
I broke a lot of hearts of girls sitting in that seat Donnie's sitting in.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. They broke mine, actually. Yeah.
No, but you can imagine what it'd be like if I did.
Yeah. Registration's out, but we're going straight home, people. I do have insurance.
Everybody else is covered.
Yeah. Good luck, everybody else. What is it about these pickups where that's a better?
So they have an electronic fuel shutoff solenoid. Basically, it's an electric valve that there's a plunger in it that shuts fuel off and does the same thing that does. It kills fuel the motor, turn it off, and those solenoids just are terrible. They go bad left and right.
I got you.
So that Tahoe has a bad one on it. That Ford out there has a Cummins with a bad one, and that Tahoe right there has a Cummins with a bad one. All of them have bad fuel solenoids.
This was my old man made this in high school. It was a birthday present.
Yeah, it's a serious shifter.
Yeah, he gave me that. He was so excited. And I didn't realize, like, I was pumped, but I didn't realize, like, over time how much it was going to mean to. And then that is obviously a ball sack from a bovine. Thank you to Black Smoke Garage. Thank you, Jonas.
Appreciate you. Thanks for the work.
Helping me complete phase 1 on the first gen rebuild. We got the front ends, the back end, got a lift kit, new tires, got a new bed put on, everything under the hood rebuilt. The AC even works. And phase 2 seems like it's gonna be like a breeze. Little paint job, new stereo system. I'm a sucker for like heavy bass.
Yeah.
So I gotta do that.
Yeah, I've done a couple.
I know a lot of people don't, but I just.
No, I like it. I got it in my personal.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
My
this?
Dodge has it.
You feel like it's gonna rattle?
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure, it's gonna rattle,
no
Dale.
doubts. Yeah.
So.
Everything's gonna squeak and rattle. It'll be great.
Thanks for watching this episode of Rodeo Time. The first gen rebuild, phase 1 is complete, and phase 2 coming up soon. Look out for it, old son. Pow pow and on to the next one.